Hey everyone, welcome to class today. We're focusing on a yoga flow for better digestion. So you're gonna see some twists, some forward folds, and then just a little bit of core work. You don't need anything special, so whenever you're ready, we'll go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and start on our backs. We're gonna do a couple twists to begin. So go ahead and lie down, and you can hug the knees in towards the chest to start. So just bring them in towards you and maybe shift your weight side to side a little bit. You can kind of rock all the way left and right. Whatever feels good, you can't really do this wrong. We'll take a couple more breaths. And then whenever you're ready, find the center. Stack your knees over your hips. Make sure they're at a 90-degree angle. You're going to scoot your hips to the left and drop your knees over towards the right. So keep both shoulders back and down. And I want you to tweak it once more. So if you look down at your knees, you'll probably notice that the left hip is back and the left knee is a little bit further away from the right knee. See if you can move the left hip forward and stack the knees completely. So you might have to adjust a little bit, but that will deepen your twist and make it a little bit more challenging but effective. So as long as your back doesn't bother you while you're doing that, try to keep those knees stacked. And you can just let the eyes close. Continue to breathe normally. On your next breath in, bring the knees back to the center, let the eyes open, and you're going to stretch both legs out long in front of you. So we're going to kind of move a little bit differently than we normally do. On your next breath in, you're going to sit up pretty quickly. So as you inhale, you're going to sit up and reach the arms straight up overhead. And then with the exhale, we're going to fold forward. So when you're ready, on the inhale, sit up tall. On the exhale, fold forward. And since it's the first forward fold that we're doing, you don't have to fold super deep. And we're going to do this again, so you'll kind of have another chance to do it if it has felt a little bit weird. And keep breathing. Now inhale, sit up tall. Tuck the chin, take the arms out in front of you, and slowly roll all the way down. Try not to move the legs too much. All the way down nice and slow. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring them out of the sides. Bring the knees in over the hips. Scoot the hips to the right and drop the knees to the left. And we'll find another twist. So remember what you're kind of checking for here. If the right knee is super far back, see if you can slide the right hip forward so that the knees are stacked. Keep the right shoulder open so the chest faces the sky, and breathe. Inhale, take the knees back to the center. You can stretch the legs out in front of you. We're going to do that same big breath in, big breath out, sit up here. So on your next inhale, sit up. Exhale, fold forward. And once you're folded, that's a weird word. Once you're folded down, you can stay here and just continue to breathe normally. Inhale, sit up. So from where you are, we're just going to kind of walk ourselves up to a squat. So nothing super fancy. Go ahead and hug the knees in. Bend the knees so that the feet can come flat. And you're just going to sit the hips down nice and low. So the toes are turned out towards the diagonal a little bit so that the knees track over them. The hips are sinking heavy and your weight is kind of sitting in the heels. Now inhale, lift the crown of the head up towards the sky and bring the hands right to the heart center. So what I want you to avoid doing is dropping the chest forward, even though it might feel a little bit less intense that way. See if you can keep the hips back, keep the chest up, and the head reaching up towards the sky. So you're engaging the outer glutes to pull the hips back. Sit up nice and tall. You're totally welcome to stay put exactly where you are. If you do want a little bit more challenge and a little bit more twisty action here, you can take the right hand down towards the center and inhale, spin the left arm open, reach the fingertips back so you get a nice twist. Again, keep the chest up, so try not to hunch forward. Stay nice and long. Exhale, take it to the center. Reset, sit up tall. And exhale, take the left hand down, spin the chest open, reach the right arm back. And exhale, take it back to the center, reset. And take the hands down. You're going to sit down. Take the right leg out to one corner of your mat. Take the left leg out to the other corner. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale fully. Exhale, just let the upper body start to dip down. So maybe come down to the forearms if you can. You don't have to get that far. Just taking a nice easy fold. We're not going to stay here for very long. Inhale, walk the hands in. Go ahead and fold the right leg in so the foot comes to the inside of the left thigh. So now your hips are both facing the corner of your mat. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, fold forward. Two options. You can stay here where you're just folded straight down. If you want something different, something more, just depends. You can move the right ribs towards the outer edge of the left leg and reach for the outer edge of the left ankle and fold forward that way. So it just adds kind of a different element to your fold. So one's not better than the other. It just depends on how you feel and what you want to do. Inhale, take it back up. Stretch the right leg back out to the right angle. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, walk forward halfway. Breathe in, walk the hands back up. Other side, bend the left knee. Bring the foot to the inside of the right thigh. Sit up really tall. Make sure both hips face the right foot, so everything's pointing in one direction. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, fold forward. You can stay here, or you can twist. Left hand to the outside of the right ankle, and then take it down. So pick whichever option works. Just try to do the same thing on both sides. And inhale, sit up tall. Spin so that the feet face one end of your mat. You're going to come into boat pose. So bring the feet so that they hover off the floor. You can take your hands to the thighs if you want a little bit more support. Bring the arms out to the palms face the ceiling. Lift the chest, you're going to hold here. Breathe. Take the hands behind the thighs if they're not already there. Take the toes down, but keep the chest lifted. Reset, take both feet up, palms face up, lift the chest. Pull the belly back towards the spine, keep the chest up. Hands behind the thighs. Keep the posture intact, but let the toes drop only. You're getting a little bit of core work, always a good thing. Lift the feet, last one, palms up. Lift the chest, see if you can straighten the legs. Inhale. Hands behind the thighs, feet down. Go ahead and take a seat. Keep the feet crossed. Sit up tall at the top of your mat and let the eyes close. We'll just take a few breaths in and out. So just letting everything come back to neutral. And take 2 more full breaths. And on your next breath in, pick the arms up overhead, press the hands together, and exhale them right down to the heart center. And let the eyes blink open. Namaste. So there you have it, your yoga flow for better digestion. Now I really hope that was helpful. Make sure that you invite a friend to join the Bad Yogi Club so you have a buddy for the next class, and get on social media and post a picture of yourself doing your favorite pose from today's yoga class using the hashtags Bad Yogi and spring cleaning. Now thank you again so much for joining me, and I'll see you right back here next time.